because there has been an incessant bridge to the health processes in our population. And when we continue to have that, what do we need to do? What do we need to do when we continue to have bridge of the processes of healthcare? First of all, I want to thank you for all of you coming at very, very short notice. We thank you very, very much. You can see you are all young people whose lives still depend very much on what we can do in our population. And we want to apologize for starting very late. We did not intend it to be like this. And we thank you for the patience you all demonstrated by waiting and waiting very patiently. Our chairman, Dr. Orefalomo, will tell you what the Medical Advisory Committee thinks about what is going on about this bridge of healthcare processes. When healthcare is breached, a lot of people lose their lives. Young people, middle-aged people, adults, old people, poor people, rich people. It goes through the population because disease is there all the time. Accidents happen. And when you have continuous breach of healthcare processes, it costs lives. Why do we have to continue to have this? And what can we do? We believe that there is not much change we can have in the population without you people. And that is why it's so nice to have all of you coming and being interested in it. And being interested in it at short notice. But your interest in it does not stop at your coming. The most important thing is to get what we say here also to the population, so that the population are well engaged. And when they have the right information, the population will now have the right reaction. Then we will be able to do more to improve what we have. So we thank you very much for coming, and we pray that you will be able to understand what we want to tell you. But you are not going to stop understanding it. You are also going to make sure that your TV station or your paper or your organization also bring it adequately to the notice of the population. When the population is well engaged, that is when there is progress. So you are all welcome. So I want to introduce the chairman, and the chairman will now take over now. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to read out this message, which I think has been distributed to all of you. Is that correct? How many people have not got yes? Make a number. So let them to one. No.
Let them know that you will be copying everything.
That's why.
So they bring adequate copy.
You will get your own copy after that. Another batch of copies are being produced. Everybody will get a copy by the end of the day. Everybody will get a copy. I don't want to use to delay. I know. Please let me just start. After reading this to you, we will then take questions, and that I think will be the first of our series of talking to the press. As long as this unfortunate strike lasts, So this is the press statement on the current industrial strike action by Lagos State medical doctors. And let me, ladies and gentlemen, tell you that it is not all the doctors in Lagos State employment who are on strike. As we are talking now, the members of the NAGGPNN, they are called the National Association of the Government Doctors, General Practitioners. They did not go on the first warning or lightning strike, or what you call that, strike of 3 days. And I've got a lot of text from them to let me know that they are still on their desks there, including some medical directors working. So let's say the majority of the medical doctors in the employment of the Lagos State government are on fire. But those who are not on strike, we salute them and we tell them that we are joining them to limit the damage that will be caused by these incessant strikes by Lagos State doctors. So, ladies and gentlemen of the press, it is disheartening that we found ourselves in this present state of disharmony in respect of the health state of the good people of Lagos State. It would be recalled that the medical doctors under the umbrella of medical guild embarked on an industrial strike action which lasted about 8 months and ended early this year after an agreement was reached between the executive members of the medical guild and the government of Lagos State, whom Action Congress of Nigeria party. The state government agreed and has since effected the payment of comments to doctors under the umbrella of medical guild. However, some anomalies in the components of comments were identified and administrative corrections were made by the appropriate ministry of the state. These anomalies, or what you can call gray areas, include: 1. Salary of health officers should be on grade level 12, step 1, instead of step 2, as purported in comments. Number 2, salary of newly qualified specialists should be on grade level 15, step 1, instead of step 4, as purported in comments. In fact, a cursory look into these anomalies cover for cover is at par. Number 3, payment of teaching allowances from house officer level to the highest grade level of consultants. The house officers and the resident doctors are on work training programs. How on earth can an employee on training requiring supervision and advancement in medical and surgical skills be earning teaching allowance? Number 4, the last demand by members of the medical guild is the downward review of the tax deductions on salary as against what the national policy on taxation dictated. While negotiating and meetings at resolving these issues at the federal and the state ministerial levels were ongoing. The medical doctors under the umbrella of Medical Guild started an industrial strike on the 25th of April 2012. Despite the intervention by the Federal Ministry of Health to prevent fortunes incessant strike by members of the Medical Guild. However, the Medical Guild stated that notification of industrial strike action wouldn't be necessary again, but should be seen as a continuation of the 8-month-old strike, which was only suspended, and oversight of the earlier agreement reached between them and the Action Congress of Nigeria, whom Lagos State Government. The Lagos State Government, being proactive in the conduct of rules guiding civil servants, invited those who are, by not being at their duty post in the last warning strike, to justify their actions, but they failed to honor that invitation. Instead, the Medical Guild decided to hold a congress on the same day at the complex of the State Health Service Commission and in the office of the Chairman, Health Service Commission. This necessitated the commission to have made arrangements for securities to be in place at the premises of the commission to avert a chaotic situation which could have been precipitated. The position of man. It is sad and embarrassing that industrial strike has now become a perennial tool used by colleagues in the employment of Lagos State to express any dissatisfaction and make demands for improvement of their welfare. Every medical doctor swore to Hippocratic oath, which is binding on all of us. It is not compulsory for every doctor to practice under the employment of Lagos State. And if you are willing to do so, it then means you must practice within the body of the civil service rules and regulations. It is pertinent to mention that medical doctors should not see themselves as an island that can exist in isolation. In life, there is collaborative effort in all spheres of existence. If other sectors are proud, as our colleagues are posturing, definitely the system will collapse, and everybody, including medical doctors, will suffer. It will be an oversight if we fail to collect efforts made by the state government to assuage the nerves and accommodate the excesses of our colleagues to go back to work while the negotiation continues. His Royal Highness Oba Akinolu appeals to our colleagues in a similar way. Elders in the medical profession equally give the same, all to no avail.